Hello, good morning. I greet you. Do you know there are three sides to a story? A story is like a coin, this side and the other side. There's the edge, which is the third side that won't stand. Welcome, therefore, to Crosstalk, the program that brings two combatants on TV to argue about a subject matter. Today, would an Okonjo-Iweala'S second term boost African trade? I hope you got that right. You know, at first glance, a query like this would provoke a natural question. Who is the World Trade Organization, WTO, and what is it about? Well, the answer is here. You know, the World Trade Organization, WTO, is an intergovernmental organization headquartered at Geneva, Switzerland, to regulate and facilitate international trade. Governments use the organization to establish, revive, and enforce the rules that govern international trade with the United Nations UN system. It is just as well that we have a Nigerian in the saddle as Director General. The inimitable Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is the 7th Director General, DG, of the World Trade Organization, who took office on March 1st, 2021. Her 4-year term ends next year, 2025. News is that the Nigerian-American economist, who is not just the first woman or African to hold the post, is in pole position to retain the office of DG as the only candidate. Now the question again, would an Okonjo-Iweala'S second term boost African trade? Well, for me, the answer is blowing in the wind if one is not begging the question. Two great minds are not afraid to do battle on the subject. A great debate on Enterprise TV is declared open. Now, welcome to Crosstalk. The verbal warlords are here. Get that right. The verbal warlords are here. So let's meet and greet them. Cyril Abaku is a gentleman, broadcaster, and communications expert. Cyril, I greet you. Welcome.
Thanks.
On the other side would be chartered accountant, national affairs analyst, Akin Fatunke. Mr. Fatunke, I greet you too.
Thank you very much, Citizen Jones. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. So the question, would an Okonjo-Iweala'S second term boost African trade? Who takes the lead off?
Cyril.
I think that a cornerstone vision of a body like WTO would be to promote multilateralism, would be to promote countries coming together to do business, in which case Africa would come in on board as a partner. Now, if you look at the world's geopolitics today, Africa is as they say, is the last frontier, because we're here to embrace civilization in all ramifications in the modern sense of it. And so, policies of inclusion, policies of redirection, politics of global income redistribution are going to help her accelerate her journey to taking the seat.
Because Africa has elected to play catch up.
And because ostensibly, having one of us at the helm should be an advantage of some kind. And so in an era of globalization, I do believe that, yes, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, to an extent, owes her homeland some sort of debt to take us along and to make sure that we are, after all, her being there is because she's African. And so to hope that that won't count for anything will amount to an unfair hand.
Yeah. Thank you, Cyril. Safe to add that 2 Africans had been Director General of the United Nations Organization.
Yes.
Anan and Boutros Boutros-Ghali.
Boutros Ghali and Kofi Annan
Annan,
the
yeah.
former Secretary General of the United Nations of the
Yeah, but did it change anything?
It's not just them. You look at the likes of Professor Thomas Adeyemo, former Deputy Director General of WHO. You have Professor Babatunde Oshotimehin, former Director General of the UNFPA, and so many others. Now, the argument is, under what circumstance did they become Sir James? Boutros Ghali had to leave for Annan to come in. In the case of Okonjo-Iweala, we all know how America pushed back against her emergence. And how Africa
in fact, President-elect Donald Trump did not favor her emergence.
And so did Joe Biden. But then
no. Joe Biden gave the okay.
Biden's look. This one just going. Nigeria and Africa put its foot forward and said she is for us. Let her become. If we cannot imagine that we waged a war and that we fought to help her become WTO, give us a will be there. Who else did? And to that extent, we are not
for that matter, Okonjo-Iweala has an intimidating CV, so she merited the position.
We didn't say she didn't merit it. But
so what the point about Nigeria fighting to put her there?
No, if your home country won't back you. So when Donald Trump said she wasn't going to become, who then stood for her? You remember that before now, she had started with the IMF head as well. Obama fought against it.
Okay.
Preferring instead to put, I think it was a Korean American in that place, who wasn't even part of the global economy. The man was, I think, a botanist also. But it was one America preferred. And so for us, being one of us, that we put our foot forward and said, it goes to Okonjo-Iweala. We pray for her, strategize for her, held night vigils, okay? Sorry, held vigils.
Whatever that means.
Come on. Don't play. So this is the point. We did all that we could to put her
all right, hold on, yeah. Mr. Fatunke, you have heard him.
Yes, I heard him speak.
And of course, I remember at the beginning I talked about the WTO being an intergovernmental organization, whose major job is to regulate and facilitate international trade.
I repeat.
And Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala did not go there to represent Africa, but to represent the world.
I'm saying that I had my friends, the brilliant friends. I know he's speaking. I'm not hearing what he's saying. I can't hear what he's saying because I have to be a realist here. Okay. Back in school, we are told talent is not enough. Okay, your credentials, your boisterous nature cannot be enough if you don't have what the engineers prospect of material to back you up. And when the winds blow and the gale starts and you shake right and left, you still be able to stand tall.
Your ground, yeah.
As much as I would have loved the patriotic zeal that Cyril is brought to the cross-talk table today, but I know for sure that Africa has not demonstrated the substance, the sinew that we weave together for us to be formidable. Yes, like it says, we also have the market. But what kind of market do we have to show the world where we are just consumers? And not just consumers. Lord Lugard said once we are able to get a bit of a foothold, what we do is to drink Gogo and wine, pursue women, and then begin to show our prowess in the other room. The world has gone beyond that in this world of nanotech, and in the world where might is right.
It's a world of knowledge economy.
I just imagine how Trump, with his second coming, assuming this position that has laid out Okonjo-Iweala to be the only candidate. Something tells me, I may be wrong, something tells me that the kind of a Donald Trump that I think I know will go and pull out something from nowhere to say that this will not go to Africa. And we can then say, hey, wait a minute.
Well, but not to take anything from you, Mr. Fatunke. Yes, Trump will be inaugurated on January 2025. But the election of the next DG, possibly our own Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, won't be until later on.
And so I want to wish Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala well, because I've seen trends.
Happy survivor.
I've seen trends where, this may be overturned, but that's not the subject. So we get back to the fact that I do not see how coming back will help boost African trade, African commerce. Sambisa Aboyo had shouted it at the rooftop. Okay? We're talking about trade, not aid. And I'm sure that Okonjo-Iweala will want to follow that trajectory. Do we have the capacity to really trade in Africa? I mean,
or for that matter, are we productive?
Little flash in the pan here and there. What about our governance system? What about governance codes? It's been said, as I speak with you, that the Nigerian governance code system is also faulty. Another subject. Okay. We are saying we are next to South Africa.
Why do we keep seeing all the reasons why Nigeria can be blessed because we are one of ours?
Now,
a global institution.
One of the reasons is because Akinwumi Adesina. I mean, if you're looking for anybody that will call a nationalist, I've seen him break away from the trend. Sometimes I was wondering the kind of leeway he has given to Africa, but have we ever utilized it? If Akinwumi Adesina was to go for a third term, it may be in jeopardy. It may be in jeopardy. And Akinwumi Adesina and the likes of Okonjo-Iweala and the likes of late Professor Adedeji, including Lambo that you mentioned, are supposed to be first amongst equal. Unfortunately, I see situations where we haven't gotten our acts together, and there is no much propping and trying to prop and prop. If SDG goals that are 17, for a place like Nigeria, and for the better part of sub-Saharan and the whole of Africa, is still showing amber to red. There will not be any chance.
See what Akin is saying is simple. That we cannot today unashamedly be importing palm oil when we were the chief importer years and years ago.
Originators.
So something is wrong. That's what he's saying.
Even look at the slave trade.
No. What is that? We're talking about trade.
I'm missing the point entirely.
No, we are not missing the point.
Nigeria had a great advantage in the palm oil trade at the time. Malaysia and their friends came here to take some seedlings to go and start their own industry. It's fine. Today, how many countries can compete with Nigeria in terms of digital payment solutions? We are world leader. You see, when we are world, when we calibrate,
we are what?
World leaders.
In what?
We are not.
We are doing.
We are not
playing catch up.
We just produce.
How do you talk about us being a world leader? Siri, are you listening to yourself? How do you come and tell me that we are world leaders? I know we are doing fine.
Nigeria and
the situation that we have in Nigeria
in fintech
is that if you go to an average bank, you cannot collect cash. but you see cash being dispersed by on POS. Is that a serious
please hold on.
governance structure?
For a second, let's consider that to be an economic model.
Just pause a little. The World Trade Organization is not talking about the fintechs of this world.
Why would
it's about trade.
It's talking about competitiveness.
Yes.
Are we competitive
In the digital age, aren't we? Why do what was
you just made a statement and I've just faulted it to you.
Even if we're not world leaders, it's okay. At least we have something that can be taken and integrated.
We are happy with how we could have gone beyond where we are if we are serious minded. That's simple. And if we have good control, if we have institutions where we have institutions that can serve as discipline over control. Anything good that you bring into sub-Saharan Africa, I don't know why, including it will just look like what is really
no, hold on.
Somebody has just said that there is a curse. I don't know. Someone says there is a curse.
Okay.
Africa.
Gentlemen, let's look at Kenya on my mind. Forget the political troubles, but Kenya lives on fresh flowers and tea. So in world trade, Kenya is a big boy. That's what we are saying.
Thank you. Now the question would be, is that not sufficient reason for us to be fully integrated into the global economic order?
It's necessary but not sufficient. It is necessary but not sufficient. Look, I started my talk here by saying talent is not enough. Go and get all your PhDs. Are you saying we don't have in sub-Saharan Africa or Africa itself or Nigeria top-rated professors? When they get to Nigeria, they look like neophytes. What is really going on? The environmental condition is one that I don't know. It's not portrayed. And Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala, you better listen to what she has said. She's come here to Nigeria. She's also spoken at different fora. Nigeria has got to get their acts together.
Oh yes.
I am here.
So she can benefit from my being there.
Exactly. And we are not doing that. And each time we do own goals. Seriously, we do own goals every time. Even as we speak, we are still doing own goals.
I'm not
the fintech that you are talking about should be able to project us.
That is just one example.
No, it should be able to project us forward. But I'm beginning to hear. That even within the fintech technologies that we have been able to develop, we've not been able to get enough penetration. Why? Because of corruption. We've not been able to get the POS. Today, if you go to an average bank, you can't go and collect money. You get there, they will tell you they can only give you 50,000 naira. You go to POS, you are going to be able to collect money, your own money. What is Okonjo-Iweala going to be able to say that to help a country like Nigeria?
WTO issue.
I'm telling you, they are going to ask you. You know Donald Trump. They will tell you, hey, wait a minute, what are you talking about? Look at your backyard. He will call you shit, whatever it is that is. I don't want to use the word gold. And you think an Okonjo-Iweala will feel fine? I am not Okonjo-Iweala. I used to work in a conglomerate that was #1 out here in the world. They brought their technology, they brought so many things that we are going to do what we call track and field. And we are doing well. We are discovering stars. Suddenly we brought the Nigerian thing into the whole thing, and then the guy now decided to back out. Since then, we've been in regression. My point is simple. The Okonjo-Iweala'S of this world, the Akinwumi Adeshinas of this world, our first 11 out of the world, they always remember to say, hey, wait, get your acts together. Get your acts together. How can you come out here and tell me that Okonjo-Iweala will be? She's a Nigerian. I hope she should not be another Kevin Babadino. And then you will not then come and then tell you.
Okonjo-Iweala is doing her job.
And she's doing her job.
Yeah, and it is
not only is it
she's doing her job. There is enough room.
Which room?
For Africa.
Which room?
To move from disbenefit to benefit.
No, the other room. No.
And it's not
No. See, what you mean by room is have the chance to look straight at the mirror.
With discretion.
Look at the mirror and change the man in the mirror.
During our first time, has she not spoken to us as Nigerians what we need to do? Have we? Have we even started? Or have we not realized?
The WTO preaches against protectionism. You know, they say open up your borders, let trade flow freely.
It's competitive. Another word for it is competitive.
But we also know
Nigeria even? We cannot even get our energy security right. We cannot even get our security right. We cannot even get our food security right. We have land
so
all over the place.
Arguing against globalization?
And we are instead of
why aren't you arguing against globalization?
I'm not going to argue against globalization. I can't argue against
because globalization could be one of the reasons why we remain where we are.
Our comparative advantage is simple. We have the land, we have the water, we have.
I tell you.
We are not utilizing what we can utilize
against Nigeria.
And suddenly, an Okonjo-Iweala'S, just like we have in our sports, okay? You have a shining star in our sport, and you expect that shining star will now be the one that will continue to carry whatever flag. When you look behind him, and the rest are just like mediocres. I hate to say this about my country, but the truth must be told. Okonjo-Iweala will go in there. She will be a shining star. She will be somebody we always want to pin and say, yes, that belongs to us, but she's not in Nigeria.
But hold on, Aki, Okonjo-Iweala started from home as finance minister twice.
When she came back home.
And she came head on against, carpetbaggers in government.
She came back home.
Her mother was kidnapped in the process.
It does not even matter whether, but okay, she came back home, she operated in Nigeria, she left Nigeria in frustration. Syria knows why. Okay? Along the we're on national television. I know some of the things that Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala said.
Or was
what she said
by the propaganda media.
No, it's not propaganda.
By the propaganda media.
I was at a meeting when Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala said she is frustrated on all these oil cabals and what have you. Nigeria was owing the oil majors the moment we had a meeting with her, and then she just sighed. Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala took a memo to Governor Jonathan.
President
Jonathan at that time, and to her charging. The president at that time didn't have enough strength and signing, and she just resigned. You remember? During Obasanjo's time, by the time President Obasanjo, that people are now saying is the champion of democracy, dance to the right, dance to the left.
She told you that she took a member to.
And she now said that look, because she was a very strong she was going to be taken to foreign affairs.
Okonjo-Iweala told you that.
As far as I'm
concerned, she took a document to Jonathan and that he didn't sign because he didn't have the courage to sign it.
I know.
These are very subjective issues.
No, it's not subjective.
No, it's very subjective.
When you take little things.
You were not there. One, two.
No, wait.
If the president needed to.
I was close to government. Listen, I was close.
How can you bring this to
and on the table? No, it's on the table.
How can you bring to the table?
It's not
what evidence?
Have you read?
Hold on, gentlemen. We are talking about life.
She was even going to
we are talking principally. We are talking about world trade here. World trade.
We don't have the capacity. We don't have the competence. We don't have the consciousness. Unfortunately,
in your opinion,
in my conviction,
in your assessment,
in my conviction,
in your opinion,
let's even take it from 1960.
Now what happened from
missed opportunities all over, and we keep on missing all those opportunities, and then we just get one particular person to be the WTO, and you expect that she will be able to now.
What
you can ask me too?
What is Nigeria's business in WTO? Even if Abacha took us there.
What's Nigeria's business in WTO?
In WTO, yes.
What's Nigeria's business in United Nations?
They are not the same thing.
Wait.
We joined the UN as
are signatories.
Hold on, sir. As a next member.
We are signatories. And we are members of the World Trade. In fact, when you are mentioning names, they will take Commonwealth. Go and talk to Emeka Anyaoku, Papa Emeka Anyaoku. Papa Emeka Anyaoku, at that age, is still now saying to you and I, Cyril and Cynthia Jones, we are not getting anywhere. We must find a way to restructure ourselves.
Yeah.
If you don't have those building blocks, you don't get somebody to go out there. That is going to be frustrating.
See, Aki is underscoring what we all know. We are playing catch up.
I'm not. Well, look, this is the point I'm making. Okonjo-Iweala owes it to her people, to Africa.
To do what?
To push.
Please.
Africa put her there. Africa put her there.
She's there because she's an African.
No. She competed. She was nearly going to
see as the Director General of the World Trade Organization. Okonjo-Iweala is a citizen of the world.
She is, but hold on.
And she was put there by the world.
From the pool of competent people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like talking about the UN.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Dagama show who was killed in Congo.
Mm.
Before him, there was the Norwegian guy.
Trigivli.
Tigrev Light.
Oh, okay.
Yes. There was Tigrev Light, there was Dagama show, then there was Utant.
The Bomish.
Utant was a Bomish. Utant.
Nigerians call him Utant.
Yes, but Utant. After Utant, we've had this man, Valdem and so on.
Yeah.
Good. Now, all these men were sound and competent people. But the world all along was avoiding getting any Russian or any Easterner or Westerner to be Secretary of the Union because there was the Cold War.
In your estimation.
Because of the Cold War, East and West. So they kept on going from Asia.
Okay, skipping Russia and America.
Yes, they had to skip. I'm coming. So they went from Tigrev Line was Norwegian or let's just say Scandinavian. From him they went to Hammersholt. From him they went to Utan, Burmese, Asia. From him they went to another. So they were skirting. They could go anywhere
until they came to Africa. Twice in a row.
Yes, but they were avoiding taking it from east or west. In Africa, they took. I'm coming at the point. In Africa, they went first Egypt, who were Butrus Hali, and after him they came to Annan, who was this like saying Upper Africa and Lower Africa. Mm-hmm. Now at the WTO, there are a lot of competent hands.
Yes.
But the thing has to go round. And
nobody is arguing that Okonjo-Iweala is not competent. In fact, she's one of our best anytime, anywhere.
Now it is Africa's turn.
The board of convention is Africa's turn. Whatever it is you want to say,
they've taken one of our.
Her being there is not, I repeat, will not, and
should not,
for emphasis, shall not help boost African.
No. Compare club. You are not being patriotic. You are not being patriotic. Africa.
I am very realistic.
Support Africa.
I am going to look at my right in the eye.
Work for Africa.
I will tell my child that
you are being anti-Africa.
I am not being I'm being a realist.
It is unfair.
I am being a realist.
No, hold on. Cyril. So you are patriotic to the point you can't be realistic.
What is the matter of realism?
No. I'm not taking side. No. He has used the word really.
What is the realism is pursuing?
The realism is Okonjo-Iweala was not made Director General of the WTO at the instance of Africa or Nigeria. But now she's there. Chances are she's in pole position to be returned as a DG again after 4 years.
We were happy she's there. We are like,
what we are asking is,
let me ask.
What we are asking should have been there, not be enough to propel African governments to go into an aggressive, productive,
precisely Adesina has shouted himself ours. It's like we're speaking to the deaf and the dumb. Unfortunately, leadership in this part of the world is not helping. How will you? People have asked.
Mr. Fatunke,
yes,
I have a question.
And that is the way they ask the question. Mr. Fatunke, are you from that same Nigeria? I said, no, I'm from that same Nigeria.
That's where I'm going.
Now, why is it that you are a bit different? And I look at my people, and I want to try and be patriotic. The next that I'm going to hear is they will begin to see scams. And the hush puppies of this world, they will now make me to feel very much ashamed.
Can I ask you this? When you travel to the major capitals of the world,
yes.
London, Washington, Amsterdam, and so on, does it give you an extra feather on the shoulder to say, I am African? And when they say, do you know Okonjo-Iweala? Does it give you pride?
No, Siri, only that you'll be begging the issue at that point.
Does it give you
the man who says Aki would know that he is African.
He could be African American for all you care. My question,
I have been out before.
I am from Okonjo-Iweala'S country.
They asked me a question.
You've not answered my question, sir.
I know, I'm asking you. They asked me, oh, you are black. I said, you are black. No, you're not black American. I'm not black American. I'm Nigerian. I said, where is that? Is that Ghana? That has been asked of me before. Whereas there is a Nigerian.
What does that tell you?
It tells me that we are not recognized. We are not on the map. They are not reckoning with us. They are looking at us as scammers, even in our politics.
Cheats and so on.
However, a person actually asked me, let me tell you, in 2004, in Singapore, a Japanese, a Chinese, and all that, different countries. So they were looking at me, and what they thought they were going to hear is me to behave exactly what you are saying. Patriotic, no, cannot be saying my country is this, my country is that.
Not realist.
And I told them that Chibok girls were captured under the nose of governors.
Of the governors of the current vice president.
Now,
who then rewarded the principal?
After it was out with commission. After it was out. Now listen. After it was out now.
No, the president does not.
That president
appointed
Abuja,
the vice president.
I went to Kanu and was dancing Alonso, Ajonto. I said it out. The first thing they asked me, oh, we thought you were going to deny. Deny what? I'm not being governed. I'm being open and all that. They swarmed around me that, so you can say this kind of truth, and then asked me, did you study in Harvard? Did you study? No. I studied at Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria. Oh, where is that? Oh, where? It's in Zaria. You go look at your geography. You see, we must begin to change the narrative by first of all saying, let us take care of our backyard, so that the Okonjo-Iweala'S of this world,
otherwise cure the cause, the effect will take care of themselves.
And the Cowboys,
footballers.
I was America in 1974.
You didn't answer my question, but
asked me. I said, you are from Nigeria? Okocha. Okocha.
Yeah.
That is what was found.
He showed them. Eintracht Frankfurt. Yeah, he did.
He said, are there more Okochas in Nigeria?
There are 1,001 of them.
Okay, name three for me.
Come on, there are so many of them.
All right, folks. We must begin to go home now, but not before cracking that nut again. Would an Okonjo-Iweala'S second term boost African trade? Cyril, you have the next 60 seconds to take it home.
Okonjo-Iweala, the answer is her second term, yes. The reason is that there are certain privileges and discretions that she can exercise. Because after her term, someone else will come and say, one of yours was there, and we're hoping that would have reckoned for us, benefit for Africa. But if she didn't, why should we? And so she owes the continent she represents at the WTO some benefit.
All right, Aki, take this home in next 60 seconds. Would an Okonjo-Iweala'S second term boost African trade?
STP, standard temperature and pressure, if things remain the way they are, no, it will not. However,
remain the way they are at home.
At home.
Okay.
It won't. I think she
at home in Africa. Not just Nigeria.
Nigeria and Africa. It won't change. But we have a few nice young people like Cyril. We can have them in Rwanda, we can have them in Ethiopia. Yes, they can make a bit of a shape. But they will tell Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, go back to your continent, go and lead your continent. I can't remember, but go and lead your continent. But is the continent ready for people like Okonjo-Iweala? And I can't remember, the answer is blowing in the wind.
Okay.
God bless, madam. I wish you a nice second term tenure if Donald Trump does not want to kick and re-kick. I hope it will not. I know Donald Trump is transactional. We have the market. If we can get our acts correct, the likes of you will be the shining stars that we are all looking out for.
Okay then. I want to thank both of you, Cyril Abaku and Akin Fatunke, for your time.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, the viewer is wondering if an Okonjo-Iweala second term would boost African trade. I cannot forget, as I said in the course of the debate, that Kenya thrives on exporting freshly grown flowers and their favorite tea, you know, to boost trade, not just for the country, but for the continent. Nigeria can take advantage of what she is good at. Cassava, palm oil, name them. We have them. Until the next time, I want to apply the brakes here. I thank you very kindly for your time. Yours sincerely, Citizen Jones Hussein, saying, good luck to you, Madam Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. We wish you well. Bye-bye now. Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.